I looked at all of the other L-arginines and I thought, what's wrong with them? And I figured it out. It wasn't difficult. They're all incomplete. They do half a job. How many of you do half a job at home? Take the trash out, you don't do it, you just leave it in the doorway. It only does half a job. So I said, I want to complete this product. I want to complete what an L-arginine should do. So, what we've done is added some extra components, and I'll tell you about those. I want you to welcome Slim PM. It's the first, get that? What is it? The first complete L-arginine in the known universe. Maybe they'll find something on Pluto, I don't know. And we call it Slim PM because you can burn fat while you sleep. I'm going to tell you, I wish I could take credit for that, but we had a meeting with Jack and Kenny back in March of last year, and we were talking about this product, and Kenny said, so, I can burn fat when I'm sleeping. Yup. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Let me show you what we did to take it away from the herd, to create something new for Jack's house. We added some components. We added curcumin, turmeric. That's one of the most powerful antioxidants available. It's also an anti-inflammatory. Do you know that inflammation is the second biggest cause of death?
Yes.
The first is death, is birth. So inflammation causes so many diseases. And we're putting curcumin in this so that it reduces inflammation. But curcumin is also a very powerful free radical scavenger. What does that mean? We've all got little bits and pieces inside us that we don't want to be carrying around. It's going to get rid of it. Let me give you a warning. When you take this, some of you may need to be near a bathroom for a couple of days. We're not going to get crude up here because I'm English. I wanted to tell you, by the way, I just love your accents. So we have curcumin in here. It's going to get rid of those nitric-free radicals. It's going to reduce inflammation. Banaba, we didn't spell it wrong. It's not that yellow curvy thing. Banaba leaf extract. That's going to take your cells that are being damaged, and it's going to start to repair them and make them flexible. You remember the hose pipe? It's going to start to make them flexible again. It's going to make you younger inside. Niacin and niacinamide. This is really important because if you've ever had to lose weight or lost weight because you've eaten a standard American diet, a SAD diet, it means that you've probably got some plaque in your arteries. We want to get rid of that plaque, and niacin and niacinamide will do that. So you're going to be plaque-free. So we're going to dilate your arteries so that you get better blood flow. We're going to get rid of the plaque. We're going to make your arteries more flexible. We're going to reduce inflammation. Sound good?
Yes.
How many of you exercise? Let me see your hands and don't lie. No, I said don't lie. Okay. Those of you that exercise, you're going to love this because we put some branched-chain amino acids in there, which means that if you exercise, folks, if you exercise, you want to get recovery faster, don't you? Do you want to build muscle? Do you want to get toned? You exercise, you burn muscle, it's going to recover faster, you're going to get toned muscle. That's another thing that the other guys don't do. I love this, but wait. I have lived in the United States for 17 years and seen all these infomercials, and I've wanted to stand on a stage and say, but wait. So we just established, guys, haven't we, that we've taken a product, basically put everything into it that's Me Too. We've completed it, which takes it away from Me Too. But wait, we've done something else. And this is a killer. You know how to lose weight, don't you? Just stop eating, eventually it'll go. Not good. Not good. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But if you want to lose weight and sustain it, you need to get your body into the right state. Now, a lot of people that lose weight don't sustain it because their bodies are not in the right state. That means that we need to get your leptin levels right. Now just imagine this, your leptin levels can be too high and they can be too low. If they're too high or too low, your body says, every time you eat, store it. Keep it as fat, put it on the waist, put it on the, you know where, put it everywhere. Not good. So we have added some components to take this beyond Pluto, beyond the known universe, to get your leptin levels in the right place, to down-regulate cortisol. Anybody here not stressed at all? Never suffered from any stress? Don't lie. Don't ever get stressed. That means you get elevated levels of cortisol. That means that it's difficult, or more difficult, to lose weight and burn fat. So we're down-regulating the cortisol. 1. Wow. 2, we're going to regulate your insulin levels. Wow. 3, we're going to get your leptin levels in place so that when you eat something, your body says, store it as fat if you need to, burn it, or just eliminate it some other way. That is huge. And the other thing, I'm going to tell you. When we created this, I got one little sample in a tiny little Ziploc bag. So I poured it in my cold water. You take this at night, as you go to bed, on an empty stomach. Bad news, don't eat anything for 2 hours. Good news, it's good for you anyway not to eat anything for 2 hours before you go to bed. But this is going to get turbocharged when you go to bed at night. 1 scoop, chilled water, as much water or as little chilled water as you like, stir it up and drink it. So I got this little packet, I poured it in my little glass, put some water in, drank it up. Oh wow, this tastes better than a Frappuccino. It's true, better than a Frappuccino. So I only had 1 sample. 20 minutes later, I'm looking for that little bag so I could sniff it. It's that good. So how many of you would really like to have a Frappuccino before you go to bed? How many would like to drink a cappuccino and not be awake all night when you go to bed? Ladies and gentlemen, Slim PM. So, I'm going to give you 1 story that you can tell people. 1 story. We've got many. If all of the family gets showered in the same cubicle, separately of course, after about 6 months, the water's not going down the drain, is it? Because it's got all the hair and the dead skin and the soap. So what do? You go down to Home Depot, get some chemical Drano, pour it down the pipes, and it cleans it out, it burns it out. Burns the clogged drains out. What you have here is a similar sort of thing. That's what happens to your arteries. They get clogged, ladies and gentlemen, if you eat the wrong stuff. They get clogged, and we've got to clean them out. This is the most amazing human Drano beyond the known universe. I'm early, I finished early. I could talk for England, I'm an Olympic talker. But I think you get what I'm saying, don't you? Is there anybody not getting this yet? The beautiful thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, Slim PM, it works superbly well with all of the other TLC products. All the fat burning, weight loss products, it works well with it. So I'm going to leave you with one thing. I want to ask you again, can I call this my home? Then in order for me to accept, I need you to do one thing for me. I'm going now, and I want you to just say to me, cheerio. Cheerio! And you too.